Hi everybody. Okay, so I'm here to do New Jersey episode 10 review. Let's get started. So, it starts off with Italy. They're in Italy, and this is their cast trip. And they get settled into the rooms, and they're picking the keys or whatever. They're picking the rooms because they're finding the rooms for their I don't know. All of them got there's 6 rooms, and then they pick 6 random keys at random. And Stiggy got the go figure. Stiggy got the room next to Margaret's. So Dolores said to Margaret, "Why don't you switch with me, and you get the room next to Melissa, and I'll get the room next to Stiggy." And so they switched, and Stiggy was very happy about that because obviously she didn't want to sit in it. She did not want to have the room next to Margaret, and Margaret definitely didn't want the room next to Stiggy. So she was very happy to oblige. Yeah. So they all separate. Melissa and Margaret go to pick clothes for their businesses or whatever. And then I think Siggy and Dolores just go shopping and eating somewhere. And then Danielle and Teresa, I love seeing Danielle and Teresa together. I think it's really cute. They go to a church and then they go to have lunch or brunch or something. And at brunch with Danielle and Teresa. Danielle was like, they didn't really stick up for you with Kim D at the Posh Fashion Show, and Teresa was like, yeah, they really didn't. Siggy said she did, but Danielle was like, I don't know if I believe that. And Siggy was telling Dolores while they were shopping that she's very mad that Margaret referenced Hitler, and that she was going to discuss this with Margaret at dinner that night. And yeah, I'll get more into my thoughts about the whole situation with Margaret saying about the Hitler thing, but Siggy, for right now, I'm just going to tell you, Siggy wants to talk to Margaret tonight about it. Do I think it's the right thing? No, I think it's a very sensitive subject, but I feel like they're all on vacation together. Maybe Siggy just wants to clear the air with Margaret or whatever about it. But yeah, so they keep cutting back and forth, and then with Danielle and Teresa, basically they're just talking about how they didn't stick up. Basically, this whole thing, I feel like at the end of this whole thing, I feel like the big basis of their arguments about these 6 women is that they're all sensitive about who's sticking up for who. You know what I mean? Teresa and Melissa are mad at Siggy and Danielle for Teresa and Melissa are mad at Siggy and Dolores for not sticking up for them against Kim D. Then Siggy and Dolores are mad against Melissa and Teresa because they did not stick up for them against Margaret and Danielle. So it's like, it's like I'm not gonna say these are petty arguments or whatever, but I feel like they're really it's really upsetting for them. Like this is a whole situation, and I feel like it's the same issue. They feel like the other party is not sticking up for them, and the other party feels the same way, vice versa. So listen, I understand it. If I have a friend with someone, they don't stick. So I feel like it's more like a tit for tat thing. I feel like one group is like, well, you didn't stick up for me, so I'm not gonna stick up for you against this person. That's how I feel about the whole situation. But all the fights and arguments, I feel like for this season are stemming from because you didn't stick up for me. I'm pissed at you, and then the other table like, well, I'm pissed at you because you didn't stick up for me. So I feel like that's the main argument all the time. Anyways, so that night they all get ready. They all look really nice. They all get ready and they go have dinner at this nice Italian pizzeria restaurant, whatever it's called. And they all sit down and they're in a separate room, but you still can see everyone behind them, staring at them the entire time. And boy, were they staring, because it was a show. So basically, Siggy just opens it up and just tells the ladies that, I just want to let you know I did stick up for you guys against Kim D. I don't think it's right, the rumor she's spreading against you, Teresa, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, well, you didn't stick up for us in the moment. And then Melissa got up and did a whole scenario with Teresa, got in Teresa's face and was like, this is what I got. I got Dolores in my face saying, what was it? I'm not, whatever. They were just in each other's faces. Melissa's trying to say that I didn't get you have my back. I got more as if well, you know what? I'm gonna walk in the show and that's it. I'm walking in this fucking show. And then, of course, Dolores got in Melissa's face. I mean, she did. Then Oh, Dolores. Okay, Dolores says apologies to Melissa though for getting in her face. She does go, I'm sorry about that. I feel bad about getting in your face. So she does apologize for that. With that being said, then Siggy starts going at Margaret and basically says to her, I don't like the thing that you referenced Hitler. We were out to a restaurant, and I feel like you did that purposely. Like, why did you do that? And Margaret goes, well, I didn't mean to reference Hitler. I mean, it's Hitler. I didn't say it purposely. Siggy thought that she said it because Siggy is Jewish, and Siggy is a daughter of a Holocaust survivor or something. Now listen. Margaret doesn't like Siggy, and Siggy doesn't like Margaret. So do I believe Margaret said this, referenced Hitler purposely against Siggy because she's Jewish and she's a Holocaust survivor? Yes, I do. Sorry, Margaret, I do. I do think you did. And it was really messed up, and you shouldn't have went there. It was really fucked up. You could have used any other analogy under the sun. Any other analogy, but you decided to pick the Hitler one. Not nice, not cool. So I get why Siggy thought that, that was really below the belt. And again, when you referenced the Hitler thing, you were getting involved in a situation that had nothing to do with you, Margaret. It had absolutely nothing to do with you. So you basically, I'm sorry, but you should have minded your own business. You just caused more mayhem, you put more wood on the fire. But Siggy's very upset with Margaret over this. So Siggy goes to, Margaret, because Margaret goes, I'm Jewish or something, or seriously goes, well, Margaret's Jewish, so obviously she's not, said it in some type of way against you of being Jewish. And then, Margaret goes, well, I'm not Jewish, but my family's Jewish, my children are Jewish, and then Siggy goes, well, I know a lot of people that marry Jewish people that aren't Jewish. And then, again, that was below the belt, but Siggy did that because she's upset over the comment that Margaret made about the Hitler thing, so Siggy wanted to go lower. Again, not cool, but these girls are just vicious this season. Everyone's going for each other's jugglers this season. I don't know why, but that they just are. So Siggy says that, and Margaret gets very upset, and then Siggy says, you're fucking anti-Semitic or something? You're anti-Semitic, which I didn't know what that meant, but I looked it up, and it means, you're just against Jewish people. You don't believe in their faith, you don't believe in with Jewish people, you don't believe in that type of religion. You just don't. And you don't like it, or whatever it is. You're against it. So Margaret gets up, and she starts, she's across from Dolores, and she's putting her hand, in Dolores' face, but she's trying to get at Siggy, and Dolores stands up, and she goes, let me tell you something. And Margaret's like, no, let me tell you something. And Dolores is they're nose to nose, and Dolores is like, no, let me tell you something. You sit down right now. And then Margaret sat down. I was like, oh my god. Dolores. Ooh. She's funny. She's a funny one, Dolores. So, so then Danielle, because Danielle's trying to stick up for Margaret, because Danielle's saying, listen, he's a public figure or whatever it is, and, everyone reference Hitler, everyone does that. I mean, Margaret's not the only one that has done this, which is true. And so then Danielle, just tells Siggy to shush, because Siggy's at this point, calling Margaret a bitch, telling her to shut the fuck up, so it's a whole thing. And then Siggy goes, I don't want to talk to you, Danielle. I don't want to talk to you right now. Get away, Babash. This does not concern you. Blah blah blah. And Danielle's, don't dismiss me. Danielle goes, don't dismiss me. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then Danielle goes, you're very fucked up. And then Siggy goes, well, no, you're fucked up. You're really fucked up. And then Danielle basically proves Siggy's point because she goes berserk. She starts, you fucking hoa, you fucking bitch, you fucking puta, you fucking throwing every glass on the table. She flips over a chair. After she flips over a chair, Teresa's trying to contain her, but Danielle is a mad woman. She's a mad woman at this point. And Teresa makes a comment in her confessional. She goes, I flipped a table at Danielle, and I've never seen her this angry. I don't think Danielle has ever gotten this angry before, and anything. Even in her first 2 seasons, she's never gotten this angry. I don't think I've ever seen her act like this. I'm trying to remember season 1 and season 2. Did she ever act like this in those seasons? No, she didn't. I think it's because in those seasons, Danielle was trying to, not to play the victim, but she wanted to act all these women are against me and she's getting bullied. But this season, that's not the storyline, so she's she's not acting like the timid person anymore. Like she's starting, she's really, she gets angry, and she's showing she gets really angry. So yeah, she flips out, and you know, they're all outside now. Tiggy's screaming things at her too, like, go back to jail, you fucking bitch, like, you crazy person, oh my god, like, what's wrong with you? And then Dolores, in the middle of this, I don't know if you guys caught this, because it was like for a second, and like, you had to keep rewinding it to really see, you had to rewind it over to retake to see it. But Dolores gets up and tries to get in Danielle's face, but Melissa holds her back. So it's like, it was a whole thing. So they're outside, and I think Siggy's trying to talk to Danielle, or I don't know, fight with her. I don't know what it is, but Dolores holds Siggy back and just tells her to not trying to rationalize with an irrational person. So I can't believe it. Danielle was throwing so many glasses, like, it was crazy. Like I think one glass almost hit Margaret. Like, she was slinging the glasses, like, it didn't look like she was looking at Siggy, and she was throwing the glasses, but the glasses were not aimed towards Siggy. They were aimed towards everything else. Like, they were hitting everyone else except for Siggy. And I'm just like, aren't you trying to aim at Siggy? But I mean, Danielle must have bad aim. I mean, really. Everyone was staring at them. I mean, yeah, they're always causing scenes, and even Teresa says we need to be in a private room when there's a locked door, and like no one can see us, because they've been causing scenes in every restaurant that they've run to so far. Like, every restaurant they've been in, they've been throwing glasses, flipping chairs. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, like, how these people act. Like, and again, this is very bad for the restaurant, because, they're in the restaurant, and at the end of the day, none of the people are really kicking them out or doing anything. Like, they're all allowing them to scream. Because they were screaming, and there was a whole scene for, like, it was going on for, I don't know how long the editing, but in the episode, it was, like, 10, 15 minutes long. They were going at it. And I don't know if they were editing, but no one was stepping in saying, you can't do this in our restaurant. Like, you have to take this outside. Nothing. They all allowed them to go crazy and scream and everything while everyone was staring at them. That's a very bad look for their restaurant. I mean, it really is. It's a very bad look for their restaurant. I mean, if I owned a restaurant, I saw a group of women, I don't care if it's on a show or not, if I see a group of women and they're disturbing other people, screaming, causing a scene, I will tell them to leave. I will tell them to leave. You know what I mean? That's just not... It's ridiculous. So, the next day, Melissa... Okay, so they don't... That's why they... Well, okay, they won't stick up against Margaret, because then outside, Siggy and Dolores were talking. It was like, they're pissed that they didn't stick up for them against Margaret, because, Margaret said something wrong, and they felt like they should have had their back, but Melissa and Teresa were both mute during the whole thing. So Danielle, the next day, they're having like a tea party. Not a tea party, but they're having breakfast. I think it's Margaret, Melissa, Teresa, and Danielle. They're all having like a tea breakfast or something. They're having like a tea luncheon or whatever. And and Danielle explains why she got so mad. It's because, Siggy dismissed her. In the moment, I kind of got confused why she got so mad too, because, it was really like over the top. But then again, they all have acted over the top this season. But yeah, I mean, it was really something else. And again, I don't know, like, we all heard that she got demoted from the Housewife because of that scene, because she threw glasses at Siggy, but it wasn't really that, like, again, none of the glasses hit Siggy. The glasses, if anything, the glasses hit everyone else but Siggy. So I don't think she should have got demoted for that. As I said, I feel like everyone has caused scenes this season. Everyone has done a lot of different things this season, said a lot of different crazy things, done a lot of, flipped chairs, threw drinks, you name it, they done it, got in each other's faces. It was very aggressive this season. It's been very aggressive, so I don't get why they demoted Danielle. I guess it would have to be that racist video she had, that racist video, that rant she went on. That's the only thing I could think of. Then Danielle tells him, she's like, I'm not going to the activity, because they're doing this activity today. And then Danielle's like, I don't want to go to the activity. And then Siggy decides she doesn't want to go to the activity either, because she got no sleep the night before. And she's very upset about everything. So Teresa, Melissa, Margaret, and Dolores decide to do the Italian activity or whatever they were doing. And Siggy and Danielle stayed back. And Siggy called up Danielle over the phone and said, I want to meet and talk. So they met and talked, and it was a civil conversation. Siggy apologized to Danielle, said, I'm sorry for dismissing you. But she's very mad at Margaret for doing the Hitler, saying the Hitler thing. And then Danielle stuck up for Margaret. Was like, I don't think she meant it that way. You should have just said, which is Danielle's right. She says, you should have just said, I don't like that analogy. Choose another one. But in Siggy's mind, she was in shock when she said that, which I don't blame her. Like, Siggy, she just was in shock. And she looked in shock when Margaret said that. It looked like she was, like, taken aback. You know what I mean? So it was wrong. It was messed up what Margaret said, but it was also very messed up what Siggy said. It was a tit for tat type of thing. Because Margaret said that, Siggy wanted to go even lower. And it was horrible. It was really ugly. It was really ugly, that scene. So yeah, they have a civil conversation. Oh, Siggy goes, Siggy's constantly referencing Margaret with this girl. So Siggy goes to Danielle, she goes, this girl just doesn't get it. And then Danielle's like, Margaret? Margaret? You mean Margaret? Siggy's like, no, this girl. So then Dolores, Margaret, and Teresa and Melissa, they're having lunch or whatever after their activity. I don't know what they did. I forgot what they did. I don't know if it was that's Venice when you go on the boat. So I don't know what they did. I don't remember what they said they did. But anyways, they went to lunch after that. And Margaret's like, I don't like what she said about the anti-Semitic thing. And Dolores like, it was wrong, but you're getting involved in things and saying these things, when you don't know the price of tea in China yet, like you don't know beans, and you're saying all this stuff, you're getting involved in people's arguments, and you don't know the basis of anything here. And so let me see what else, because there was a few things that was said, which I was shocked about because I didn't think this scene was gonna happen. Like I wasn't prepared for this scene. Like I was like, I didn't even know they were gonna have this. So Dolores goes to Margaret. She goes, I probably would say worse to you. Like, because Margaret's like, I don't like this. She called me anti-Semitic. And Dolores like, well, I would have actually said worse. I would have said worse if you would have referenced Hitler with me. I would have said worse. And then Margaret's like, I have to be honest with you. I don't think you would. I really don't think that you would say worse. And Dolores is like, I don't like when people try to put people against me, against each other. Like, you're trying to put me against Siggy. It's not going to happen. And you're really pushing the limit with me. I really don't like it. It's really pissing me off. And then Margaret looks at Teresa. And Dolores is like, look at me in my eyes. All right, don't look at Teresa. And then Margaret's like, I just wanted to. She's like, no, you don't look at Teresa. You look at me because I'm speaking to you. And I'm like, oh my God. This episode was too fucking much. I was like, OMG. So then, what was it? Siggy's alone in the hotel room, and she calls up her husband. Her husband tells Siggy to just leave Italy. Like, it's not working out. Whatever's going on, it's just shit show, and to just leave Italy at this point. Just leave it. And Margaret and Siggy's now contemplating leaving Italy, and that's how the episode ends. She's contemplating leaving Italy. Next episode, they're still in Milan, and it just seems like at dinner, Margaret and Siggy have like some type of exchange, but it's neither here nor there. This episode was really good. This episode was called Meltdown in Milan, I think. It was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry if I'm like really not upbeat or anything right now. I've had a long week, and as I told you, I'm still recovering over choking at my presentation the other day. I'm still recovering a little bit. Over that. I don't think I'm ever gonna forgive myself or let that down, and also it's just been a long week. It's been just so draining. I've just been doing so much shit, like you have no idea. It's been work, it's been school, it's been just everything. It's been so much shit going on, and it's just like, in finals, this is finals week, and it's Christmas and everything, and it's like, I don't even care about Christmas at this point. It's just like, it's been just such a long week. Like a long month, and it doesn't feel like the holiday season. It feels like just another fucking draining semester of school. Let me check if I forgot anything. I was gonna mention the thing with the husbands. There was a scene with the husbands, but I'm not gonna mention that. It was just so stupid. They were talking about Antonia, and Joe's going on and on about Antonia, and that he thinks that she you know, she's getting to the age with boys or something, that she's gonna start dating, and he's very worried about Antonia. He's overacting. He's doing too much. There's no need to act like this. I feel like he's trying to do too much to be the overprotective father and play that role for the daughter, for his daughter, and I feel like he's doing too much. I feel like if he just shut the fuck up and just really just left it alone. I mean, it's not that serious. She's only 11 years old. There's no reason to be this worried at this point. There's no boys with Antonia. If it happens, it happens. You have to trust Antonia. It's not a big deal. Listen, she's a girl. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, you can't like keep constantly talking and getting so worked up over your daughter and dating. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen regardless, whether or not you like it or not. It's gonna happen. So just let it happen. You know what I mean? Stop being so overprotective for no reason. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's still young. She's 11 years old. Like, there's no need to be so up her ass about it. Like, you know what I mean? Over her neck about it. Just let her be a kid, let her enjoy life, and then when it comes, it happens, alright? And then you can deal with it when it happens. But yeah, that scene just really it was stupid. It just was stupid. It really was. Joe annoys me sometimes. He really does. He just really annoys me. He really just annoys me. Because he's trying to be like this man, like this just, he's trying to play all these roles, like and it's just annoying. Like, just be a father. You don't have to play all these roles. Just because you're an Italian father, you don't have to be so overprotective of your daughter about dating boys. I mean, stop. Just fucking cut the bullshit. Anyways, so that was the episode. I'm gonna end it here. Again, I've just been so drained about everything, but that's life, you know what I mean? That's life. I did an outfit for the day. I'm gonna upload that with this. Again, the lipstick was Allegedly by Jeffree Star. Oh, I slammed on the table, sorry. I slammed on the table. What else? Oh, perfume of the day. I did not put on Forever Red by Bath & Body Works. If you're wondering, I actually put on Bombshell by Victoria's Secret. I love you guys, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.